Channel 4 News, home of forewarned weather, rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
Boy, so many people are thinking, I'm going to cut the grass, or I'm going to garden, or I'm going to do something tomorrow.
Spring cleaning, wash the car. No, you're not going to do any of that because we got rain coming in from the west.
Do your taxes.
You got to remind me on that one. Yeah, still got to do that. Sunday's the better half of the weekend, mostly in the afternoon if you want to get some stuff done outside. But for tomorrow, we're expecting thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon and evening. Tomorrow morning, there is a chance of showers, but in that time frame, it's mostly just going to be warm and windy tomorrow morning if you want to brave that wind and go out for a marathon training run or something. Main threat from the storms tomorrow afternoon and evening is going to be from strong straight line winds, but at this point, we're not going to cross off the list of possibilities. The threat of isolated tornadoes and large hail as well. Those are much lower on the overall list of threats, but again, it's not a 0% chance either. Where are the storms now? Well, they're way out to our west. This line of thunderstorms from Missouri back into western Arkansas, extending down into Texas, edging farther eastward, but right now it's not associated with any severe thunderstorm warnings. However, as it moves farther eastward, it's going to get into a much more ripe environment for severe weather in Arkansas and Louisiana, so we expect these storms to intensify as we head through the evening, even as the sun goes down. But that batch of storms is going to fizzle as it approaches the Tennessee River early tomorrow morning. We'll have to wait for the redevelopment of storms by tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, if you have any outdoor plans this evening, the only problem for you is going to be a lot of wind. Looking towards downtown Nashville, kind of a hazy look, but the sun is filtering through those clouds. So partly sunny conditions is what we have across most of the mid-state right now, and it is very warm. If you don't mind the wind, you're free to go out and do whatever you want this evening. No jacket required. It's a Phil Collins kind of evening. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s at the moment, except in the higher terrain along the Cumberland Plateau. You're in the mid 60s right now in Crossville, but 75 degrees in Nashville. That is not too bad at all. The temperatures will drop off once the sun goes down in a couple hours. Sunset is just after 7 o'clock this evening, but we're only going to drop to the mid 60s by 10 o'clock and low 60s for overnight lows. So we're going to stay above 60 the entire night. The question tomorrow is how much do we warm up, because that's one of the factors that's going to determine how our severe weather threat is going to shape up. Looks like it'll be warm enough. Low 70s by noon, high temperatures in the mid 70s. But the other wild card is how much humidity is going to be in place to fuel those severe thunderstorms. And I think that's our better shot of maybe dodging this one, is that we just don't get enough moisture in the atmosphere for the storms to really become intense. The time frame for when the storms are going to be strongest in different parts of the mid-state looks like just through the afternoon in western Middle Tennessee. But this is where the storms are initially going to develop. It's also where the severe weather ingredients, the wind energy, is going to be a little more favorable for the storms to become stronger. As they move towards I-65, the environment probably still ready to go. The farther north you go within these zones, your severe weather threat's going to be a lot lower. The farther south you go, plan on staying weather aware throughout the afternoon and evening. It looks like around 5 o'clock for I-65, but you have to be flexible until the storms actually develop, which they're not going to do until about midday tomorrow. Later arrival for eastern Middle Tennessee, and once the sun goes down, our severe weather threat should diminish tomorrow evening as those storms move farther and farther to the east, where the severe weather ingredients just aren't going to be as favorable. Again, ranking our different severe weather threats, it's damaging straight line winds. The possibility of localized flooding with some heavy rainfall can't be discounted either, but large hail and tornadoes, it's not a 0% chance, but again, remaining in the low category. The overall threat has been defined by the Storm Prediction Center as a slight risk, mainly west of I-65, which is level 2 out of 5. So this is a borderline severe weather threat, but it's enough for a forewarned weather alert. Just plan on staying weather aware throughout the day tomorrow. We'll let you know if any warnings are issued. A little bit cooler on Sunday, but still well above normal, and temperatures are going to stay in the 70s for highs throughout the entire extended forecast, and that takes us all the way through the end of March. Another round of storms possible on Monday, another round of storms possible after that on Thursday, and there might be yet another round of storms headed our way by next weekend, so it is very much a springtime weather pattern for at least the next week.
Thanks, Paul.